Alright guys, time for another board game tier list. This time we have Rummikub or Rummikub, however people want to say it. Been playing this game for years. This one is pretty much the same as the original one that I played, except that it has some different Joker tiles. So let's see how good each of these pieces are. S is the best, F is the worst. So shuffle these up, do one. Alright, so here's the thing, you might think that all of the numbers are equal, but they are absolutely not. If a number is closer to the middle, there's going to be more things that it could theoretically, there's more runs that it could be played on. There's going to be more other numbers, other fives in this example that you could steal from. So let's go ahead and actually maybe we'll just do all of the numbers first for simplicity's sake. There's a bunch of different colors. Also, for simplicity's sake, I just picked out the same color for this one. So the worst is going to be the 1. Oh no. Oh wait, I do have the 13. F tier is going to be the worst. That's going to be the 1 and the 13. The 2 and the 12 still aren't very good. I think those are going to go in F as well. I guess by that logic, the 3 and the 11 would be in C. And then I think everything else just falls in B tier. So not overly complicated, but there absolutely is logic to the way that it works. So because these ones, they're just easiest to play them, and you can often get stuck with this 1 in your hand and just not be able to get rid of it. So now it's time for the wilds. So let's go with the basic one. This is the basic wild. So essentially how this would work is if you were doing a run, you could play this 4 and this 6 and put the wild in between it to count as a 5 of this color. You could also do it where if you had an orange 5, you could put the orange 5 here, and then this would just count as another 5 in this case. So this can be used for whatever normal other tile or number it would be. So this one would be S tier. Next one we have is the mirror one. This one is very confusing to people. Essentially, the two sides of the mirror need to be identical. So, and I could be wrong about this, but this is certainly my understanding. So essentially you could do something like this. You need to have at least 3 tiles that go together in order to play something. I could not put this 4 here and essentially make this be a run unless I had another 4 to put over here. So that's essentially how that one works. But because it's so limited, it can be immensely helpful. Like if you had 2 horrible ones of the same color, you just knew you were never going to go out because of that, you could get this, and then this could essentially free you up of those 2 horrible tiles in one foul swoop. So this one's going to be A tier because it's certainly better than a regular tile, but not as good. There's restrictions on it, so not quite as high. This one's pretty cool as well. This one I believe this one you can only use in runs, if I remember correctly. And it essentially would count as 2 numbers, whereas this just counts as 1. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7. So that actually makes it significantly easier to get to these bottom numbers, which is really cool. But there's only so many places that this can actually get used, so I think that this one falls in A tier as well. And then last but not least, we have the change color. So essentially we could go something like 5 of this color, or blue 5, this wild, and then red 7. And then everything over here would be blue, and everything over here would be red still, if you kept playing on it. So I could play this here. And This one is actually really, really, really helpful, especially because you can just play it on runs that already exist and add random numbers that you have to them. So this one is insanely easy to use, which is why it would be S tier. Yeah. And so there we go. There's the tier list. Unfortunately, I don't know what the practical applications of this are because you don't really get to pick which tiles you get. But guess it's interesting to do it regardless. So thanks for watching.